world champion. Challenger can reach.
Let's go, Cam! Oh, K-Now, you hot, baby!
Welcome to a special edition of a recap. The recap. Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz. And I got a special guest today, the one and only Dean Glazer. What up, Dean?
What's up, Coach? How you doing?
Man, I'm good.
Good.
Let me clear my throat. Now, Jake Paul was very exciting yesterday. Stop it! I was really shocked. You were right. I was wrong. And you said that Nate Diaz was going to whoop that trick. You hear me? And you was right. But the judges felt differently. Not only did they feel differently, they gave Jake Paul a unanimous decision win. I mean, I thought at the least it was a draw. I mean, how did you feel about that fight?
I thought that Nate fought amazing. I don't think that it was the best Nate Diaz, but it doesn't take the best Nate Diaz, in my opinion, to beat Jake Paul. I also thought that Jake fought extremely well, and in the later rounds, I thought that he was trying to conserve his energy, which was very clear. And I just overall, I felt like Nate I thought he might have won the fight, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Now, Nate Diaz is your man's in them.
Yep.
And man, you had, I think, 1,000 push-up bet.
Yeah, 1,000 push-ups.
And I was so disappointed in Jake Paul that I told you, you don't owe me nothing, didn't I?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
I said,
they'll pay up though.
Yeah. I mean, now if it was a bet, that's how people, in a real world, mess around and get hurt. Because think about it, we boys, so it's different. That's why we don't even bet like that. We bet push-ups, dinner, and lunch. But I'm talking about, think about people that actually bet on the fight, and they were going with Nate Diaz, but the judges said Jake won when we really know Nate Diaz won. These guys beating each other up, shooting each other, killing each other over nonsense, over terrible judging from the judges.
Yeah.
And somebody need to be thrown in jail. Because I'm like, man, I mean, don't look like Nate Diaz really even trained for that fight. I mean, you look like he just was winning there off pure heart. Was like, man, this is Jake Paul. This is a YouTuber. I ain't gonna even train no way. I'm gonna smoke me a little blunt and I'm just gonna hit the bag a little bit, speed bag a little bit. But he ain't trained seriously for in my eyes, for Jake Paul. 100% trained Nate Diaz would have probably stopped Jake Paul.
Yeah.
What do you think? I mean, because that's your man. You know UFC more than I do, and you definitely know because Nate Diaz more than me, because that's your man's in them.
Yeah. I feel like Nate. I mean, on a real note, I don't think Nate trained for this fight how he trains when he was 26, 27 years old, training UFC, doing triathlons. Just being ahead of everybody. I just think that he knew he could beat this guy, and he, I'm sure he got the right sparring and stuff. But he even said, I listened to a little interview today. He said that he didn't train how his boxing coach Richard Perez wanted him to train because he's dealing with a little bit of shoulder issues, which no excuses, but that that things happen in training camps. So but still.
Now I think the coaches, at first I was thinking like, man, they dropped the ball. But then again, when you paying your trainers more money than they would ever made with real boxers, you can't tell him the truth. I saw my former trainer, Third, giving Jake some advice, telling him to throw uppercuts in there and bang him out. But Jake had his own mind made up. He was on his bicycle.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it was more of the trainer's fault or Jake Paul in a performance that Jake Paul gave last night?
I think it's in Jake Paul's hands because Jake Paul's the boxer. He went out there and he was giving advice, and he didn't necessarily follow it, and I also feel like Nate put a whole lot of pressure on him the whole fight. So I'm not too sure whose fault that is.
What do you want to see Nate Diaz in there with a rematch with Jake Paul, or would you rather see him go the Conor McGregor route?
Well, I'm such a big fan of the trilogy fight with McGregor in
Okay.
MMA.
Mm-hmm.
But truthfully, like I would rather see the Jake Paul fight again
Okay.
because I don't feel like McGregor, like where's McGregor at? Like I heard he's doing and I heard he's drinking and stuff. So I heard he's not really fighting. So
Who?
we don't really want to see that.
Oh, you said McGregor?
Yeah, I don't feel like McGregor's in any shape to fight, and I feel like Nate would walk right through him. So I feel like Jake Paul would be a better fight,
Mm-hmm.
the rematch.
Yeah. So I think that, well, we both know that Nate Diaz has a fan following. Like people will follow him wherever he go. He got a lot of fans. Why not do what Jake Paul is doing? Come up with your own promotions, throw your own fights. If Nate was the actual promoter to this fight, Nate would be the winner. But he's
Yeah.
coming up under Jake Paul's promotion. So Jake Paul is going to pick the judges. Jake Paul is going to pick the arena. Jake Paul is picking the opponent. So you can't win unless you knock Jake Paul out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. But I do believe that this fight, that this whole card was thrown. It wasn't thrown from Nate Diaz's promotion, Real Fight Inc.
Okay.
I believe so, but I'm sure that Jake Paul has the whereabouts to get the right judges for him. I'm sure Nate doesn't know the judges, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I know Nate Diaz can box, and I wasn't counting him out because he did UFC. I just know that UFC, even though Nate is a good boxer, I know it's different than boxing. And I'm not saying Jake Paul is Mike Tyson, but when you fighting constantly fighting, you start getting muscle memory. You start kind of knowing how to move in a boxing ring. And I know, Nate Diaz, even though, like I say, he can box, he never actually had a pro boxing match. Just think about it. If Nate Diaz had at least one pro fight or at least a tune-up, that fight would have totally been different.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah. So, Nate Diaz versus Jake Paul, they both going pro for the first time. It's a different ball game.
Way
A
different,
different
yeah.
ball game.
Yeah, way different.
Nah, you're such a Nate Diaz fan. I mean, look, you remind me of Nate Diaz. Hat to the back, cool and calm. Was you upset? Was you mad? Did you shed a tear? That was your man. Was you hurt?
Oh yeah, not really. I went out, called my homie right after, and I was like, just right back to work. Like, you know, you can't put your whole stakes into another fighter. Like you
Yeah.
just have to
Yeah.
appreciate what they brought to the table, and that's that.
Yeah. Okay.
I felt like he
So
won though.
you think he won? Yeah. I think he won too. Like, me, I'm not a biased person. Like, you know what I mean? So when you get a young man who, is picking his fighters, picking the guys, that he can beat, fighting nothing but really YouTubers, fighting nothing but really UFC fighters. He's been undefeated against UFC fighter. The only time he really lost is when he fought a real boxer, but not a good boxer, but a real boxer. Now, Nate Diaz is a real fighter, not really a boxer. And so I'm thinking, well, Jake Paul done got smart again. He didn't, finally got back to fighting a UFC fighter. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, he gonna beat Nate Diaz easily. And boy, trust me, I was willing to say that he was gonna knock Nate Diaz out. And man, how wrong was I? Big time.
Yeah, you're not the only one, coach. We had a whole gym full of it.
Yeah. But I can't look at it as a win when I don't really think he won a fight, even though they gave him a fight. Maybe I had to watch it again because I look at boxing different than other people. I'm looking at who this is and who this is. You know what I mean? Nate has been in wars. Jake Paul ain't never been in a war. You know what I mean? The man is fresh. You know what I mean? It's like he just got to high school. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
I'm thinking that, because hey, they say Father Time is undefeated. Nate is not probably as old as he probably looks, but he done had a hard life, and like I say, he done been in wars. So that's what gave me the impression that it was gonna be easy for Jake. Not because Jake was a killer, because he ain't no killer at all. How would you like to get in the ring with Jake Paul? How do you
I would
think you would
love
do
to.
against Jake?
I would love to. I think that to be honest with you, I feel like I'd beat Jake Paul, but after seeing last night, seeing how Nate fought, of course, I would need some more fights before that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you should maybe you should throw your hat in there. When I was on Twitter, I actually I tagged Jake Paul, I tagged Nate Diaz. I just put hashtag Dean Glazer. And I told him we was gonna be on YouTube. So you never know. I even tagged Crunks. And Jake Paul is fighting up on the Crunks now. So you never know. You know what I mean? You never know what could happen. You need to make some noise. You just never know.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
come up with something.
Man, we gotta come up with something. We gotta make some noise, you hear me?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But to be honest with you, that was back to back great weekends of boxing. You go from last weekend, we had Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford to
Yeah.
Jake Paul and Nate Diaz. And the Jake Paul and Nate Diaz fight was better than I thought it would be. Way better than I thought it would be. A young man was telling me, oh man, Jake Paul, I didn't even watch that fight. I'm like, bro, that was a good fight. I said, Jake Paul is doing more for boxing than anybody I could think of.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's supporting the fighters.
Yeah. Going for money pay or fighter pay.
Yeah. Amanda Serrano never would have made $1 million if Jake Paul wasn't her manager. He paid her. I think he gave her bonus purse. Her last fight, a couple fights ago, I think he gave her $1 million.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I saw that.
Yeah. What other manager, or promoter, a fighter gonna do that for another fighter?
Yeah. Nobody.
Don King, stop it! He ain't giving you nothing. He taking everything. Oh, K9, I love you, man. I love you, man. Come on back home. Don King, the worst of the worst. I'm telling you, and your man Bob don't get no better.
Oh man, how about Amanda's fight though? Woo!
Man, that was cold. The other girl got hurt.
She got seriously. I thought she was gonna get stopped at the end of the first or second round. She went the whole distance. That girl's tough.
You don't think the the referee should stop that fight?
Oh, for sure. I thought the ref. Oh, you know what's funny? I was talking with my sister. I watched the fight with her, and I was like, man, they should stop this fight now. She's not gonna win the fight. So what's the point of taking all those headshots?
Right. I'm telling you, yeah, it was. Man, I never saw a female with the heart she got. I never saw the females take the punches she was taking. She was taking, and that girl, Serrano, that girl she know how to place her shots.
Mm-hmm.
I know you like Alicia Baumgartner, but how do you think a fight between Alicia Baumgartner and a Serrano will actually play out?
Oh, I think Alicia is smoker.
You do?
Yeah, I feel like look, I feel like it would be a close fight, but I feel like Alicia will get the knockout because Alicia she actually creates angles. She has power. I don't feel like Amanda Serrano has the power to put Alicia out, but Alicia definitely has the power to put her out.
Exactly. Oh, wow. But what about Alicia definitely had to work on her conditioning because she be getting gassed out. And one thing about Amanda Serrano, she's not gonna get tired.
No, yeah, she won't get tired.
That girl was punching, You can't get tired, you know what I'm saying, against her.
Yeah, so I retract my original statement. Not Alicia won't smoke her. Alicia is definitely, like 313. Like, let's go. Alicia is that girl.
She can fight. She can fight.
Yeah, I would root for her, but I don't mean she's a smoker because of course.
Yeah, no, I got what you're saying. Yeah, that is a real fight. A real fight. The Logan Paul match was better than Paul Diaz. Do you agree?
What?
John Kyle said.
Oh, I didn't see the Logan Paul match. If he's talking about WWE, that's fake fighting. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Is that what he's talking about?
I don't know.
J. Cobb.
What do you say?
Logan Paul match.
Yeah, Heather. I don't know if Heather can bang. She got a lot of heart because if she could bang, she would have hurt. Serrano. So she didn't hurt her at all. She just got a lot of heart. She can't bang. She'll give you all she got, but she can't bang. If she could bang, she wouldn't have got the brakes beat off her like that.
Yeah, you see those body shots too. Amanda was landing those liver shot over and over again.
Man, over and over again. I mean, listen, the undercard wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all.
Oh,
how do you feel about the fight between Errol Spence? Was you going with Errol? Was you going with Terrence Crawford?
Come on, Coach Terrence Crawford. I was trying to tell everybody that.
Terrence Crawford.
Everybody, Terrence is going to work.
And you a southpaw, so yeah. I thought Spence was going to win that fight. I thought only because I thought Spence would be the bigger guy. When Spence got in the ring and Crawford was bigger than him, I had second doubts. If I'm sticking with you, I'm rolling with you. So I rolled with him all the way out. I said, forget it. I ain't gonna switch sides now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, Jakal said that he was talking about the WWE. He said it was a better fight. What do you think about that?
Which one he said?
He said the undercards were better than the main. Serrano and Heather saved the night. Look, I think that was a great fight, but I thought that the main event was pretty sweet.
No, I think the main event, you got to remember the hype behind the main event. It lived up to it. You know, a lot of people hate Jake Paul, and because he talk a lot of mess. So if he'd have knocked out Nate Diaz, I don't know if it'd have been the buzz would have been like it is with Nate Diaz going a distance and Nate Diaz, you know what I'm saying, able to say I want a rematch or I got robbed. I think it was, it's more to talk about Nate Diaz actually probably winning a fight and getting robbed than Jake Paul just beating up another UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that's how I see it. Of little kid gotta So say I'd rather see you talk along. I ain't. Oh man, I don't know. Let me see. The truth. What they say? The truth. Yeah. Hey, he trusts me. Dean is not a little kid. He's a grown man. Somebody wants a little kid.
Yeah, I seen that.
Johnny, I don't know what you're talking about, Johnny. That's a grown man, you know?
You can get smacked, Johnny. It's all good, though.
Hey, come to the gym and Spartans kid.
Please, thank you.
Yeah, the SB said, if you could go one round with this so-called little kid, then you could say you're a little kid. I think he'll say, you know what, I'm a little kid, you know? Yeah. But if you can't go past one round, calm down. Calm down. Please calm down. And it's my fighter, man. He part of the team. Like, you can't go against somebody part of the team. He's a special guest on here. You know how we're supposed to treat our special guests? Like, when I came over your house, you gave me the red carpet, AK9, whatever you want, pizza, whatever, jacuzzi, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they don't know how to treat guests, man. Guests on here, you got to treat them nice. Come on, man. What's wrong with them?
What's wrong with you, man?
Come on, man. Unbelievable. Oh, what's this guy? Nate will kill Jake and oh man, for sure. I don't even think we gotta even talk about that one.
Yeah, one round.
Yeah. Oh, John said he gonna try to come down there. Where you from, John?
Oh, he's saying that?
John, where you from? Somebody said SB.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying Jakal, but it was Johnny talking. Get him out.
SB said hi. Dean, SB said tell you how to.
Oh, what's up, SB?
He said, what's up, SB? Yeah.
Oh, Scotty B. Scotty B.
What Scotty B say?
That's the man. That's my homie Scott Baker. He's an up-and-coming artist. Yeah, I think so. You said SB.
Okay.
I'm trying to see the comments, bro.
Yeah. Oh, one of the best fights I've seen in the past 15 years, K9 versus Spence. He done lit him up. Well done, K9. Appreciate you. I tackled that boy like your last name. Tackle that man. That was a good night of boxing. See? That was a good night of boxing. Think about it. I mean, you got to give it up, man. Listen, Jake Paul had to fight. He had to earn his money. He didn't go out there and fight no Nate. What's his name? Nate Robinson. Wasn't a first round knockout. Wasn't no Ben Askren. Second round, was that second round, first round knockout?
Second round, right?
Right, second round. We didn't get 154,000 subscribers, views because it was a bad night of boxing. We got it because people wanted to see the fight, and they watched it. Now I don't know what everybody. What are everybody saying that you hearing from? What are they saying, Dean,
About the fight last night?
about the fight last night?
Yeah, a lot of people feel like Jake won. And I'm getting a lot of, like told you so's and stuff like that. But you didn't really tell me so because everybody told me that Jake Paul is gonna knock Nate Diaz out easily. And
there you go.
So yeah, I feel like y'all lost.
There you go. Whenever you don't say and like people said, Jake Paul gonna barely win. You know what I mean? They didn't say, Jake Paul, man, it's gonna be a close fight. They said, including myself, Jake Paul gonna stop Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz ain't got a chance. That's what made the fight more appealing when Nate Diaz went the distance. And the last 3-4 rounds, Nate Diaz was going forward. Jake Paul was the one paddling backwards. And Jake Paul is the bigger fighter. Nate Diaz had to move up in weight. So I'm just, I'm keeping it 100. So even though I was wrong, I think 2 weeks in a row, I'm manning up.
Yeah, well, you weren't totally wrong. They gave the fight to Jake Paul, so.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I had to let you say that part.
Yeah.
So, but Johnny agreeing with you now. Johnny trying to get on your team now. You got them hands. He said Diaz won. You looked up your bio, like, hold on.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh,
good there, Johnny.
My man Johnny on the team now. Come on, Johnny.
Yeah, what up, Johnny?
Johnny, let's go, champ. Oh man, I had 91. We got last night. SB, how many new subscribers we end up getting? I think we got 1,000 new subscribers. Yeah, shout out to Jake Paul and Nate Diaz for helping make that happen. You hear me? Nah, that was the biggest MMA fight, boxing / MMA fighters that fought on the card views I ever get. And I think Diaz had a lot to do with that. Dude, how many fans do Nate Diaz have, and how many subscribers he have or followers he got on Instagram?
If I had to guess, I don't know for sure, but I'm guessing 3 million, 4 million. I don't know. I could be way off, but maybe just because Nate's a celebrity in my mind.
I got you.
A lot.
So, huh?
A lot for sure.
A lot. Man, they want to see me knock Jake Paul out bad, I see. He said, I'm 32 years old, youngin. So you 32 years old, and Dean is 22.
He wants to fight now.
Yeah. 32. You only, what, he 10 years older than you? That's young as I don't know what. You ain't old.
Yeah, that ain't old.
32.
Nate Diaz is going to fight at 38.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But we don't want Johnny to run off this boy. Johnny seemed to be okay. Say 6.5 Nate mil. He made 6.5 million? Nate Diaz?
On the fight he's talking about, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's a good look if so. How many rounds you give Nate Diaz? I mean,
like 6.
I just thought he wanted to fight.
Yeah.
5'10", 160. Oh man, he must don't know. Tell him how tall you is and how much you weigh.
I'm 6'4" and I'm 185 pounds. So.
Yeah, they got weight classes for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said he's cool, relaxed. He said love here. See there, see? You Team K now. Let's go, champ.
All good.
Oh yeah. Somebody want to get down with the team. Talking about where you from? New subscriber here. Michigan. We in Michigan. Jabs, Birmingham. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Now hold on, my man say he 5'8", 210. Ooh, you chubby. 210, 5'8". Uh-oh. I bet you if I bring Steve name up, Steve gonna know it. Stevie going looking at all the lines, man. Can hey champ, you was talking about me. We got somebody for you, boy. Steve, smash. This
Steve's a
boy
homie.
5'8", 260. You hear me? 7
Hey.
mil. Hey, that's good money. He made 7 mil. Oh man. So what you been up to though, Dean? I ain't saw you in a minute. You been just traveling the world.
Yeah, so I got out here last week. I don't even know when. Yeah, since I got here, I've been training at Red Hawk Academy in Peoria, Arizona.
Okay.
And pretty much, I don't know if you heard of Sean O'Malley. He's the next contender for the UFC belt at 135 pounds.
Okay.
So yeah, his coach. I've been training with him, and not Sean, but hopefully I get in there with those guys. So
Okay.
just training every day, jiu-jitsu, boxing, everything.
That's good. And you say that's in what city again?
Peoria, Arizona.
Oh, it's Arizona. You be everywhere,
Yeah.
boy. It's so hot in Arizona, boy. I remember I fought in Arizona. I'm talking about hot. Is it hot out there?
Oh man, it's like 115 degrees.
Man, listen, I could not stay there, boy. Too
It'd be
hot.
easy to cut weight though. It's easy to cut weight, I swear.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is. If you can get through the workout, just think about it. If you done already cut 10 pounds and you got to go cut 10 more pounds, boy, you got to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
You got. Do you think? Let me ask you. Do you think MMA is bigger than boxing?
Yeah, I do for sure. I think that the fans are in MMA, but the money is in boxing.
Yeah. And why do you think that? Do you think because boxing is harder to actually be able to compete, or do you think it's just because a lot of people love to see the blood? They know for sure it's a chance somebody gonna bleed.
I feel like it's that. I feel like um in at least my generation, everybody I know, if you name like some UFC fighters, they're gonna know them. But like you say Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, and they'll be like, who? And I'm like, that's crazy. So in my mind, I love watching both boxing and MMA. But I
Yeah.
think people like to see people get choked and slammed on their head and all that stuff.
Right. The world is brutal.
Yeah.
It's brutal. They want to see. Listen, man, MMA is a real fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. Whether it's boxing or MMA, I don't want to see nobody getting elbow across the face or somebody go down like this and get kneed in the face or kicked in the face. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
or even in boxing, I don't like to see this. Like that girl, when that girl started bleeding way up in here, I ain't want to see that. I'm sitting there, go look at the live. Stop the fight. Oh, I can't take it. And think about it, she ain't a man. She a woman getting caught like that. She's supposed to
Yeah.
be, trying to be a model or something. You know what I mean? She's supposed to be somewhere, with the husband or something, looking
Yeah.
cute. How you doing, baby? But instead, you know what I'm saying? She a fighter.
Yeah.
She getting punched in the face.
Yeah. It's definitely not for everybody.
No, it's a different world. But hey, free will. You know what I mean? It's
You know?
free will. So that should have been stopped. Man, that should have been stopped for real.
Yeah, that should have been stopped. I agree with you, Johnny.
Yeah. I like boxing more than I like MMA. Probably, one of the reasons probably because I understand boxing more and I'm better as a boxer.
Yeah.
I like it more. I really like it a lot more too because they pay more. It's lower risk, higher reward. Now MMA, now this is what it should be. MMA is more dangerous, I think, short term. Long term boxing, because them headshots can add up. You can take more because you're only getting punched. You ain't gonna be getting kicked in the face and think you're gonna be able to take more. It's over quick.
Yeah, it's over quick. I
But
agree.
if the fan base is more in MMA than it is in boxing, and the risk is higher in MMA than it is in boxing, then why isn't the MMA fighters making not just more than boxers, but way more than boxers? You got too much going on in the favor of MMA. So why not reap the benefits?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be careful because I feel like there's mixed opinions about all that stuff. Who knows who I'll be working for one day?
Yeah,
Dana White. Who knows? You know.
that's true. I think I'm gonna tell you what I think. Well, I'm gonna tell you what I know, and this is real. Dana White, in my opinion, because you probably end up working for him, so you can't say nothing. In my opinion, Dana White is the Don King of the UFC. He got everybody up under one umbrella. He got one promoter promoting everybody. And that's good for him. Hey, at the end of the day, hey, if you smart, if you getting all the money and everybody falling for it, and listen, until they get a union, until they start, promoting their own fights, like boxers. Don't get me wrong. I understand the game because when boxers first started boxing, it was one person controlling all the fighters, which was Don King. But as boxing got bigger, and fighters started becoming promoters themselves to start promoting their own fights. The same is going to happen with MMA. The longer they continue to fight, as time goes on, fighters are going to start being promoters. Watch, they're going to find a
Oh,
loophole because it
oh,
happened like that in boxing.
oh, for sure. I agree with you 100%.
It just takes time. You can't just go from nowhere and just be able to, control everything and do everything. Everything take time. Same with women boxing. Women boxing wasn't making no money. Wasn't nobody talking about some women boxing. They didn't even want to see a woman fight. Now, women were making millions of dollars in boxing. But it took
Yeah,
time.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it took time. Somebody said too many fights and too many champions. I mean, where in both sports.
I think he means boxing, probably.
Oh yeah. That's because the sanctioning body is trying to get all the money. If I got a WBC regular belt, a WBC super champion, a WBC number one champion, a WBC. Hey, look, when you a champion, you got to pay sanctioning fees. So a one belt organization gonna have all kind of number one here, number two here. Every time you fight, you got to pay the sanction fees. That's how they make their money. So that's why so many belts. I ain't gonna have no one belt when I can make money off 4 belts, charge people off 4 belts. Nah, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Mike MMA has 1 belt to fight for. Oh, that's probably why they're more hungry. That's probably why they'll take less money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody said, they said Dean K9's arrow on the bottom was Crawford on some money made level. I'm gonna let Dean answer that. Dean, what you think?
Oh, I feel like, Crawford's just on another level. I feel Crawford's the best in the world.
Yeah, I agree. Crawford just a better fighter. Give that man give that man his roses or his flowers.
Yeah, Johnny, my 3 favorite UFC fighters would be currently or non-current. I'm just gonna go with non-current and current. Nate Diaz, Nick Diaz. Ooh, this is gonna be a hard one,
Yeah.
man. Uh, I'm maybe John Jones.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
And Johnny, don't say youngin, say Dave. See his name right there? His name is right there in
yeah.
front
Put
of you.
some
Dean.
respect on my name, Johnny. Come on, man. I might have to see you one day.
Youngin. That man name is Glazer. See, he said your name. He didn't say Youngin or Odie. He said Johnny. Johnny. Will Mock. Oh man. Charlo gonna fight Canelo Alvarez. Who you got winning that fight?
That's a really good fight. That is a really good fight. I got Charlo winning that.
Oh, you got Charlo. You seem like
Close
you
to
love to go against the grain, boy. I got one guy, you got another guy.
Oh, you got Canelo on that?
I got Canelo on that, yeah.
Yeah, I got
Why
Charlo.
you got Charlo? Why you think Charlo gonna win?
Is Charlo he's the bigger guy too, right? He's a little bit bigger.
He's the bigger guy, tall wise.
Oh, okay.
He's a big boy. Like he's 6 feet, close to 6'1". Canelo shorter, but Canelo been fighting at 168 for a nice minute now. So he's probably Canelo's a stronger guy. Charlo's a naturally bigger guy, but he's fought his whole career at junior middleweight. I think Canelo gonna be able to deal with the power of Charlo better than Charlo gonna be able to deal with the power of Canelo. Remember, Canelo is staying at his weight class. Charlo is moving up. It ain't like he getting a tune up to kind of see how he gonna punch, and if he can take a punch at that weight class, he gonna take his first chance at a different weight class, 2 weight classes up. He's skipping middleweight and going straight to super middleweight.
Yeah,
Very
you know
risky.
I changed my mind. I'm thinking about this stylistically, like how Canelo has been great with styles that are kind of like Charlo, like punchers, and so I feel like Canelo might win that one. So I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna go back on that. I got Canelo on that fight.
Oh, you hear me? Real talk. He done woke up. That boy done woke up.
Yeah, I was like, come on, I can't just sit here and now run with it.
Oh man. So a lot of people don't know that, Dean is undefeated though. What's your rate? What you 3-0?
Yeah, 3-0 in boxing.
3-0 in boxing. And you got a UFC, don't you got a jiu-jitsu record
I have
too?
jiu-jitsu matches. Yeah, a lot of jiu-jitsu matches, but no MMA fights yet.
Okay, so what's your record in that? Or do you know?
I have no idea. I probably have like over 20. Definitely, I only lost twice. I probably had maybe 20 fights total in jiu-jitsu. I wouldn't even call it fights. It's just jiu-jitsu matches.
Okay. So 18-2.
There we go. Let's say that.
Okay. I love to see Charlo. Somebody love to see Charlo do what again? He said Triple G, Jamal, Sweet Dream, Jen. Okay, somebody calling your shot, yeah.
Love it. Love Jamal Hill. He's sweet.
Oh man. That boy, Dean, that boy Dean be all over the world, boy. So Dean, so when you think you'll be back in the ring, is you gonna do a UFC fight? Are you gonna
Oh, I think your mic cut out, but I heard half the question.
There you go.
Are you there?
That boy just cut out on his own.
Yeah, I'm gonna do an MMA fight real soon. I'm gonna say the next 2 months I'm gonna get an MMA fight. But yeah, as soon as I'm back in Michigan, let's get a boxing match. Definitely.
Okay.
So
Now
whatever
you know Jackie Kelly want to turn you pro so bad. Do you think you ever gonna go pro?
You talking about in boxing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too sure because I'd like to get some more amateur experience, and I feel like it's MMA. I'm more of a fan, like it breaks my heart to say this because I love boxing, but I'm more of a fan of MMA, and I feel like for entertainment reasons and just overall like training wise, I'd rather fight MMA and turn pro in MMA. But we'll have to see. Time will tell.
Yeah. Just taking it one day at a time.
Yeah, one day at a time.
Right, getting good at everything, building your social media up so you can make it easier for yourself versus harder. Because nowadays it's about your following. Like just think about this: if you had 1 million followers on Instagram right now, you could fight Jake Paul, Nate Diaz. You could fight. You know what I'm saying? If you had 1 million, or 2 million, or 10 million, or 11 million.
Let's get it then. Let's get it. Let's start posting stuff. Start doing whatever. But one thing I won't do is sell out. So I'm gonna always be just chill and cool.
Absolutely. Yeah, we ain't happy for UFC. Yeah, Canelo has to save his urgency. Oh man. Man, I had a long day today, boy. I was in the gym earlier today. I went live last night. 150, like I say, 154,000 views. Man, about I don't know, 100,000. No, not 100,000. 1,000 new subscribers last night. Went in. I went in real good.
Oh yeah.
Man, so anything you want to say, in closing, I just want to tap in, man, and I know you got probably something to do in the morning. It's been a
Man,
long, long night for me
yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
A long
crazy,
day, man.
crazy.
Huh?
I said there's a crazy fights and back-to-back weekends, just awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Who do you think is the pound for pound best fighter in the world in both sports, boxing and MMA?
Nate Diaz.
Nate Diaz. You think Nate Diaz better than what's the guy named John Jones?
Um, I feel like Nate Diaz overall is better than John Jones.
Oh. Well, I'm not an MMA guy, so somebody on here let me know if you're right or wrong. I heard a lot about
I feel like Nick Diaz is also the best in the world. Nick, his older brother.
now you saying that as a fan, or you really in your heart truly believe that?
I feel like truly, I believe in both of their primes. When they were fighting in the UFC, nobody could beat them. Nobody could finish them. Nobody could. Everybody was very scared to fight them.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What's that one guy, man? He was supposed to be the best ever. Um, he had a brother too, though. Dang. Um,
In MMA.
tip of my brain. He was real good, man. He's like he never lost a fight for a long time.
Oh, you talking about in MMA?
Yeah, I know who it is now. Thank you, Jesus. Horace Gracie. What about the Gracies?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, the Gracies absolutely started MMA, so they're definitely the credit for how big that is now. So, I also
Yeah,
believe like Hoist Gracie was the best, and he submitted everybody.
yeah.
Before everybody knew what jujitsu was, of course.
Okay. Yeah, he was the best. I remember him. Horace Gracie, that boy was a beast. I remember it seemed like he never lost. Never lost. Somebody said Royce and Rickson.
Yeah, Hoist and Nixon for sure, the
Oh, you
best.
got the people on here know about that MMA, boy.
Yeah, yeah, we got some good people out here.
Yeah,
But
they
hey,
on here.
Johnny, he ain't no killer. Thank you for that motivation, because that's all that is.
Yeah. Hey, he said, what's your favorite BJ? What's that BJJ competitor?
Um, and jujitsu, oh man, I would say the Rotoro brothers, both of those guys.
Okay. See, you know what he's talking about. Oh, do you know who
Raba,
that is?
yeah, Sakuraba.
Mm.
Sakuraba, I believe beat both the Gracies. I could be so wrong, man, but I believe that Sakuraba was the in Pride or something was the champ for a while.
Mm. Yeah. What? So, Nate Diaz, if Nate Diaz fights Jake Paul in a rematch, takes boxing serious, don't smoke, don't drink, train his butt off, do he get the victory by KO in a rematch?
Um, yeah, I feel like he should keep doing whatever he's doing because, like, his whole career he's been smoking weed. So if that's what works for him, I feel like no drinking, no junk food, things like that. But I feel like he would beat Jake Paul, and I think he would TKO him.
Now, Jake Paul seeing that Nate Diaz is better than he thought he is. Do you even think that Jake Paul gonna get him a rematch?
No.
I don't think so either. Now, Jake said that he would do jujitsu or he would do some MMA with Nate Diaz. Do you think that's gonna happen?
Cap.
It ain't on the contract. It ain't gonna happen, right?
Yeah, that's not happening.
Is I don't know if you're familiar with Jake Paul brother. Who is the better fighter between Jake and his brother?
Oh, Jake for sure.
Oh, Jake is. But my
Yeah.
man, but his brother fought Floyd and didn't get knocked out.
Yeah, I don't think Floyd was trying to knock him out, though. In my opinion, I don't feel like he.
Because his brother is huge. He's a big boy.
Yeah, that was a. I don't even know what that was. Circus, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I didn't watch that rematch because that was crazy. It looked like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar versus Bruce Lee. One guy super tall, the other guy short as I don't know what.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite boxer?
Favorite boxer? Cornelius Bundridge.
That's right, my
All day.
dog. You're a real one for that one, champ.
Yeah.
Who is your pound for pound number one fighter in boxing right now?
Terrence Crawford.
Terrence Crawford. Number two.
Maybe David Benavidez.
David Diaz.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah. I mean, number two, Shakur Stevenson. Then.
Shakur Stevenson. What about you? Ever see that one boy named Inouye?
Oh yeah, man, he's a beast. He's up and coming.
Man, you don't think he number two?
I feel like he's got to fight somebody like Tank or Shakur or somebody like he's got to fight somebody. Or is he
You ain't see
heavy?
his last fight. He just took a belt from another guy. He moved up in weight class and took a undefeated fighter belt.
Yeah, he hit him with the right hand and the left hook and dropped him. He knocked
Yep,
him out.
Fullerton. Stephen
Yeah.
Fullerton.
Oh yeah. Man, I'm slow right now. Yep. So I would say I don't know. I'd put him under in the top 10.
Okay. What about? I mean, you put Shakur Stevenson before Tank Davis?
I mean, I just feel like Shakur is that guy. Like he's gonna show. He has to. Man, if he doesn't fight somebody soon, then I'm gonna hear it. But he needs to fight Tank. He needs to fight somebody like that.
Uh-oh, they're telling you, stop it, Ding. Oh man.
Just opinions, and in my opinions change all the time.
Oh yeah. That's all it is, you know. Oh man. Devin Haney about to fight. I think he finna fight. What's my man name? He finna fight. Forgot the guy name, but that's gonna be a dangerous fight. Garcia's good too. What Garcia you talking about?
Probably talking about Ryan Garcia.
Oh man, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know if he can recover from that body shot. I like him, but you don't never quit with a body shot, man. Come on, man.
Oh man,
This
coach,
boxing on
body
TV.
shots hurt.
Come on, man. You gotta get up. Somebody said something about can you would be a great guest on Coach Jason Brown with Steve Kim. Oh man, I don't mess with Steve Kim. I don't like him. He was going against me one day. I had to let him have it one day. Man, I don't want to be on them guys' show. So he said Ryan's good. Oh, Regis Progress. Yeah, you're right.
Oh yeah, Regis Progress.
Regis Progress is a beast. Yeah, Regis. And then Jazz Bass. I'm trying to grow my own channel. I don't want to be a guest on somebody else's channel unless they go help promote my channel. Oh man. Yeah, that's like somebody saying, "Hey man, you'll be a good guest on, somebody that's doing the same thing I'm doing on Blue Blood Sports or something." Or, man, we all in the same game. Now, if it's my homies like Dean Glacier, and that's different. Oh man, he said your mother's man. People really think Diaz won. Yeah, I mean he did. A lot of people don't know boxing. Like this person, your mother's man, don't know boxing. Y'all gotta start watching boxing. They throw punches like when you're in a dream. They landing.
Yeah,
You must don't know exactly who this guy right here is.
Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, so yeah, some guys got we gotta get my man. See, hey, listen, see, you gotta get up out of here with all that cussing because we don't be doing all that, man. Yeah, we don't want you on the channel if you're gonna be doing all that crazy cussing. I'm gonna have to take you off the channel, boy. You gotta be real, This is different. We don't be doing all that crazy stuff on here. I'm trying. He's a baby. I don't know why he quit. Quit what? Yeah, I don't know.
He's talking about Ryan Garcia with the body shot.
Oh, okay. He talking about him. Okay, that's different. Toxic. I like Toxic. Toxic come on here and let you know, boy, Jesus is Lord. You hear me? Them 10-ounce gloves whooped Nate. Oh, no, he didn't. The 10-ounce gloves did not whoop Nate.
Who whooped Nate?
Diaz is real. Yeah, he is real. Man, he made. That's what I'm talking about. Jake Paul is the bigger fighter, and Jake Paul was backing up the whole fight. That's what that the style didn't make sense to me. If you're the bigger dude, when have you ever saw Mike Tyson and he ain't even a bigger dude back up? Mike like this all day long. Jake like this. And you talking about what you gonna do to this man, and you on your bicycle. Stop it! I can't believe it. At all. Said Nate look like me against Jake Paul. What? Oh no, what that's supposed to mean?
Wait, what he said? Look like me and Jake Paul.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jake,
that's crazy. I don't know what that
Jake was sloppy. Jake was, man. You know, I think one of the reasons, though, I ain't gonna lie to you, is that Jake Paul is dealing. He fired his whole team and got a whole new team now. So he got to get used to the guys he got now, and he's not used to them. It's a different look right now. Yeah.
Nate's the better fighter in any sport.
Yeah.
I feel like people are switching up in the comments. I don't know what it is. Maybe I already know.
I don't know. They trying to get on the good side. Stay on the good side. Yeah. So yeah. So what you I know your mom she be out here going on trips all the time. You out there with your moms, or you just went out there on your own?
No, I'm out here on my own. Yeah, just training and getting right in the mind and coming back to fight.
Okay, that's good. Get your mind focused.
Oh yeah, this is my buddy Jackson right here. I'm staying with. He's a good friend
Jackson.
of mine from school.
Huh?
He's trained. You know Jackson.
Yeah, I trained with you one day.
I remember you. Yeah. How you been?
That workout.
Yeah, you put me good. Good workout.
Yeah, I remember that. So you stay. He stay in Arizona. You stay in Arizona.
Yeah.
Ah.
I remember I was dying. You made us do sprints around the gym.
Oh yeah, you remember that?
Keep running.
Yeah, that worked.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you got a good memory, boy. Take care of Dean, man. Take care of Dean.
Yeah. Oh, I do, always do.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He's always
okay.
Dean's a handful for sure.
Stop it! Good plan. Oh yeah. The writer said, "Man, listen, look at
him." My dog, Scott Baker. You're the man, bro. I love you, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. Tommy Hearns is still around. Yes, he is. He said two rich kids. He meant to say rich kids, man. If you don't take your time, get the words right. 2 Rick kids.
Yeah,
what Rick? Slick Rick?
Sound like a hater.
Johnny, you doing the most, man.
Yeah, you sound like a hater, bro. I hope you can fight.
The Motor City Cobra. He probably a midget. You know, be the ones. Typing all kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah, Twitter finger.
Real person, you be like, way down there somewhere.
Man, I was just playing, man.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, answer that question. You be cutting weight a lot sometimes. You come home from 200 pounds to get down to 175.
Yeah. Yo, does it affect your body in the long term? I'm sure it can.
Yeah.
And if you do it incorrectly.
Exactly. Hey, SB, who you think won that fight last night? Okay, she was working, so she wasn't really watching it. See, somebody said draw or Nate by 2 points. I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny dropped down and give me 10. There you go.
Ready to back. Dean. Appreciate you.
He said the best music come from Detroit. Saw Eminem brought Terrence Crawford out.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Man, one love.
Hey, bro, get out. Hey. I gotta tell him, man.
Say Jake won that fight. Nate didn't even do enough in the later rounds. I agree. Hey, Nate came on strong, and then Nate started winning the last 30 seconds of the round. He stole the fight. He fought like a veteran.
He did. He fought like he knew what he was doing.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He fought like a veteran. That boy. Houdini.
Houdini.
Where you get that name Houdini from on Instagram?
Oh, I got that from my homie Tiger in Costa Rica. We were chatting one day. He was like, "Man, you call yourself Houdini?" I'm like, "All right, cool.
Yeah.
Check it out, man. We got a Rottweiler. Dogs are us."
Yeah, dogs us. There you go. Yeah, I did see y'all see the baseball players fighting yesterday. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. Double X says smash the like button.
Smash that like button.
Whoop that trick. Yeah, whoop the like button.
Nate whooped that trick.
Man, you ain't lying.
Josiah doesn't. He disagrees though.
Who?
The homie Josiah.
Oh, about who?
He felt like Jake won the fight. I think he did. You know, I don't mean to quote him like that, but
Okay.
thought that.
Boy, yeah, this is different. What time is it? Where you at right now?
Oh, it's 6:01 right now.
Oh, yeah. See, it's dark. It's dark where we at. Michigan, it's 9:01.
We chilling out here on that time.
Yeah. 3-hour difference.
Yeah.
It must be good, boy.
Yeah, man. It's hot out here.
It's hot. Yeah, what is it right now? Right, approximately right now. How much is it? I mean,
103. 103 right now.
Let me look and see what it is in Detroit. You said it's 103. Wow. Let me see.
Oh man, it's really nice out here.
No, hold on.
Arizona.
Oh, it's 7 degrees here where we at.
70?
70, yeah.
Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah. H-Town. Oh, man. I'm out. See, that boy say he's sweating like he out there by Glazing. That boy said New York is 9. You in New York. Oh, man. Yep. Any closing remarks, man, Dean? Let you go ahead and go. Huh?
I just would like to say, I don't know, it just comes to my mind like I tell myself this all the time because it's easy to judge fighters when they get in there. They're putting their life on the line. They're putting a lot of things on the line, their status, everything. It's good to just respect every fighter, no matter what.
Yes.
If you get in there and you know what it's like, even on the amateur level, like it's the real deal. So, I just say, just respect fighters and, and God bless. And thank you, K9, for having me on again. This is awesome.
Oh, yeah. No, I appreciate you, my dog. Oh, appreciate you. See somebody, you done brought Shakur name up. Look, you guys think Shakur fights again this year? Do you think he gonna fight again this year?
No, I feel like he'll probably fight January, February.
Okay. All right. Appreciate you for tapping in, Jose, Mike, and everybody in the chat. This is Dean Glazer, and I'm K9 Bundrich, and this the recap. And I think Jake Paul lost. Stop it at K9 Boxing. Nate Diaz with the win. Appreciate you, my dog. Good night. Beat man.
Let's go.
It's over. All right, my dog. Appreciate you.